Shan't we? Yeah. Yeah. Let us get started. Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome out into the Ethernet. So, very delightful day or Sunday, and figured the power was starting to get up there, so I figured we'd do a quick pickups video to get them out of the way, because, well, it's, as usual, getting all out of control. Now, first thing you might notice here is our delightful mascot is now in plushie form. Look at it, it's so good. It was made by Flower Cemetery. But it's very nice. It has whole Komodo outfit, fluffy tail. So, it's very nice. It turned out very nice. So, yeah, plushie form. Go ahead and set her safely to the side. She was very expensive. And we go ahead. Push our stuff up forward. So we got lots and lots of PS4, decent amount of Switch, and a stack of some other underneath this copy of Dusk here. So again, a large amount of PS4. So I'm gonna move these switches over here so I have a spot here just to slowly devour the table up here. So let's obviously start with some PS4 since there was the majority of that. So let's go ahead. So first thing you probably notice right here is Cuphead. I am very, very happy to see this finally in hand. So what's exciting about this release too is it has the Delicious Course DLC supposedly on disc, which is fantastic. This was a great game when it came out, and I'm very excited to get this physically. Don't know if I'll be any good at It's, I've heard the, challenge in that, so I might not be good at it, but man, impressive animation stuff, regardless. Now, a good chunk of this is most of the Black Friday stuff, and of course, other limited stuff and shit like that, but, most of the Black Friday stuff has came in by now, so, most of it's here. There's a few little bits that are still floating about, but overall, we've got most of them. Now, something that Video Games Plus has done for Black Friday was they put a whole bunch of wet art stuff on sale. Now, as I've said multiple times, there's a lot of wet art games that I've been a lot more pickier with, because as much as I appreciate them as a company, because I do think it's important for a company like them to exist to pick up games that other companies torn down, because just because limited one games torn them down doesn't mean it's necessarily a bad game. It's subjective at the end of the day. They're all games I have torn down because of just so many games. So, and I'm actually getting ready to start doing that with limited one themselves, just because it's just, admittedly, outside of their beginning, limited one games for the most part has not done too many terrible games, but still they're getting to the point where there's way too many, and some are starting to fall more on the questionable side, like the Bill and Ted thing. So I'm getting ready to likely do the same thing with limited one games, where I'm going to start passing up on some titles. But Wet Arts had a number of titles. I believe they're all, not sure if that's all of them right there, but they had a number of titles majorly discounted on Video Games Plus. Wet Arts themselves did too, but Video Games Plus, you don't have to worry about the shipping of that as much if you order a certain amount on that. So here's a few titles that we examined on whether they would be interesting at the lower price point. So, Damsel, this is a chaotic looking game. I figured I'd grab it since it was, I think these were basically $10, I think, at their discount, I believe. So, a much cheaper price, obviously. This one I was very debating about. In Ways of Light, it seems very walkie simulator, but I figured for $10, I'd take a shot on the story maybe being somewhat maybe interesting. Crashbots was actually a title that somehow slipped by me. It looks like an arcadey fun little game of that, so this one actually seemed a little interesting and being discounted. I sure picked it up. I don't know how that one slipped by. Now, Here's one I actually re-examined that I misunderstood what it was. I thought this was like a platformer based on the trailer that they had, but looking at gameplay, this is actually a point-and-click game, which completely changes. Like, it's very odd how the trailer to me made me think it was a platforming game, but looking at actual gameplay, it's actually a point-and-click game. So I was like, oh, well, that changes everything. I think that might be more interesting than that. So, so it's a good thing I actually went and re-examined that one in a more deeper gameplay. See, this is why you gotta have gameplay, like actual gameplay, not get rid of the menus and stuff, because sometimes you might misunderstand what the fuck the game is using stolen imagery, you know. But that one actually looks like it might be a goofy, fun game now. Then, of course, for those, there's a lot of good GameStop deals. GameStop did a weird deal with Digimon Survival for $17 on all platforms. So, of course, I snagged up a PS4 copy of that. This game got a lot of weird slank. Oh, no, it has a horrible new logo on it. What the fuck were they thinking with that logo? It's so awful and lifeless. So awful and lifeless. But anyway, this is mostly a visual novel with tactics gameplay. So apparently that, well, rubbed people the wrong way. So some people backlashed on it, oddly enough, for that. But I don't mind that myself. Probably what I think was the nicest prize to get from GameStop was Psychonauts 2. Psychonauts 2 got a physical release for PS4, which is awesome. But the shitty thing is they made it $70. We're starting to see this even with PS4 games now. Some of these companies trying to fucking do this $70 bullshit. Look, I wanted a Psychonauts 2 for like ages, don't get me wrong, but for $70, no. Fuck you. But GameStop had Psychonauts 2 for $39, which I was like, yes, I will totally get that. You know, if it was $60, I would bite that, but I'm not supporting $70. Until $70 becomes like 90% of the fucking industry, unless it's like something that is very likely to become super whale or something, I'm not touching that shit. And so far, nothing is remotely even fallen in that category. Most companies who don't feel super confident haven't touched the $70 thing, so I don't think that's going to be an issue anytime soon. But one day it probably will, the more it gets normalized. So, and you know, I don't want to get in a giant rant. Like that's a video topic I thought about doing, because that I can get into a huge rant on why I think most games don't deserve to be $70, especially when it's Western games, especially fucking Western games, which are the ones that really want it. But anyway, moving on. Summertime Madness. This was a limited one game. This looks like it's probably going to be kind of an artsy little walking simulator kind of thing, possibly. Then we got EX Zeus, the Complete Edition. This looks like it's a, very arcadey mech game. It looks really nice. I believe, this was a limited one title as well. This actually looks very fun, so hope we can try that. This I actually was thinking of passing up, but I figured I'd get it mainly because Dan talks a lot about this game. Like, he's said a lot about it, and I thought, you know what, Dan might, like, chastise me for not buying it, because he might want to, like, hey, I wanted to vote for that, so this one was for you, Dan, so. Winds of Leaves is a VR game. Based on the title, I'm going to assume it's probably an artsy type game, but hey. I'm not against artsy games. There are some nice artsy games. You just gotta bring some nice gameplay with it. Then some more GameStop stuff. Got the Werewolf the Apocalypse game for $10 at GameStop. Again, pretty nice. I heard this was a pretty interesting little game. Not the most fantastic thing on the block. I think this was cheaper. The thing you gotta keep in mind, sometimes they don't always have the proper newest sticker on them. I think this was a little cheaper. I can't remember, but after the fall for VR, I'm not really too familiar with this, but you know, with us getting more and more away from PS4 over the years, I expect VR physicals are going to slowly become harder to get, so I went ahead and snagged that. I want to try and make sure I get any physical VR games I want, because I'm pretty sure they're going to start becoming harder to get over time. This is a survival horror game. I think that's the right price that one came. Ironically, it recently went down to $12, so this one ended up being a little bit of a loss, but not, $15, I can't complain much about that. Now, here's one I actually took advantage of the buy two, get one free, which, funny story about that. We'll get that with this. So, actually, technically, this is part of the story. So, okay, so, Wico. Wico is a game. So, Axis Game published a game called Wico London, which looked kind of interesting, but it is a buggy ass mess. It's very, very buggy. But I learned that was actually a sequel, and some people that I watched reviews of said that the original was a lot more fun and more stable than that. So this is like a door kickers kind of game where your officer's kicking in doors and that. It's very arcadey. Now, this isn't the perfect. I actually did test this out offline, because it is main draw is to be a cooperative game, but it does have single player on that. So I did test the offline capability. So far, I couldn't find a online match after testing its offline capabilities. So it seems, at least on console, at least on the PS4 end, it's sadly not much of a player base anymore, which is a shame, because it's actually not super horrible. It certainly could have some improvements of that, but I snagged that during the buy two, get one free, which the other two games was Monster Hunter's Iceborne and the Shimitense Nocturne 3 HD thing, which I'm very sad that this does not have its original case. But I guess on the upside of that, I did get a refund on the Monster Hunter Iceborne in a very strange turn of events. So I contacted them about it, and see, I do have Iceborne now. So what's weird is, so I originally had, when I got this, I got Monster Hunter World, not the Iceborne. So I returned that disc and got my money back, and I had left, and they called me back and said, oh, actually, because they said they didn't have one. But then they actually called me back to come back and said they had found a copy, and he just gave it to me. Like, straight out gave it to me. So that was pretty awesome customer service, though. So I got basically Iceborne for free, so I don't feel as bad about this one. But I didn't get a case with it, so that's why you see it in my original Monster Hunter case. I'll have to see if maybe I can get a case for it now. But hey, I can't complain much. Situation was pretty nice, so I'm not going to complain about it. Let's see, some more Video Games Plus things. This was a Metroidvania style game. It looked very nice. It has a very dark pixelated look. It's something I've been trying to snag up because it's been kind of wibbly-wobbly on availability, so I got that from Video Games Plus. Another title that was on sale for I think it was $7.99 in American dollars, was the new Super Lucky's Tale, which is the PlayStation version of what was a Xbox exclusive, which was very odd. It is the PAL version, but, I don't usually care about that as long as it's a decent physical of that. I mean, sometimes some of these are only available in that. So, that was a very nice price. This was another Red Arts cheapo. The Bats Bloodsucker Anti-Terror Squad. Oddly enough, Limited One Games also did this game, which was a very bizarre twist on that. But this is supposed to kind of hark to old action side-scrolling games. I passed it initially because I wasn't too interested in it, but now that it was a cheaper price, I was like, sure, I'll give it a try for the wide. Yeah, the try wide. We'll do a few more PS4 stuff, and then we'll go into some of the Switch stuff. So, moving on, one of Square Enix's newest games, another tactics game, I can't wait to get to try some of these newer ones. I've been dying, but there's just so much I want to play that I've had before them. But this got discounted to $39.99 for Black Friday, which I was amazed of. There was another title, the one before this, that didn't get discounted for Black Friday that I was hoping to. So, and it's actually, it is in here if you know what it is. Something I got Wando off of Amazon for like $7. Age of Wonders Planetfall Day 1 Edition, European version. Nothing too crazy. Strictly limited game, Heaven's Vault. Don't really know much about this. It looks like it's kind of going to be kind of an adventure kind of thing, so might be interesting. It's a bit hefty. It gets apparently a booklet inside. Let's see, some wet art stuff that I did actually buy. The Amazing Princess Sarah, which funnily enough, this is actually censored, this cover. Apparently there's a lot more cleavage in the Switch version's artwork. For some reason they censored the PlayStation cover more. Stupid, but oh well. It's supposed to be a funny platformer game where you're the princess instead of being the damsel. They always won. This was a pre-order from Wet Arts game. Then another Video Games Plus Potion Tournament. No, wait, actually, wait. No, I got this from the Amazon. So there was a few weeks before there was a buy two get one free thing with Amazon, actually. Now I remember, that's why I got Potion Tournament. This I'm excited to try. It kind of looks kind of like a spiritual sequel to that Moon Shop game thing I played quite a bit ago nowadays. Except you're more of an alchemist potion maker instead of running a shop selling crap you find in ruins. But looked like a fun little lump. Some con games from Strictly Limited. The the Pandora. See, groundbreaking 3D cube is back. Doesn't really specifically say which titles. Most of these have a few titles on them. And then there's this Con 100%, which this one, again, doesn't comment which ones are in it. But it's supposed to have some more Con. It's really nice to see Con coming to modern consoles, personally. Because if you know anything about Con's original releases, they're almost all fucking fortune. So it's nice to see them become a little more accessible for people who want to try them. Another Amazon Black Friday thing in the Nightmare. I believe I got this for like $9 of that, so snagged that up. Limited one release, the Nightbook. Looks like it's a real video type thing. That has been making a lot of comeback. Let's see, another Wet Arts game, the Space Wing Wars, which has a Game Boy aesthetic to it. This one, being a shmup, looked a little bit more interesting than... there's one they have that has like a dog. It's very Game Boy-esque too, but it didn't look very interesting. So I passed that. Even though it got a discount for the Black Friday thing, I passed that one up because it still looked kind of meh. Didn't look interesting enough. Oh, got a loose disc in this one. Oh no. I don't like loose discs. Loose discs are not good. Loose discs are scratch discs. Fixed up right now. Uh-oh. I hope that ain't a scratch on it. Okay, it was just a little particle. Okay. That scared me for a second, because ever since I had that one Best Buy disc that literally was fucking split, like, I've been paranoid. But, God Strike, this was a Wet Art game, if I remember correctly. Yep. It looks like it's a very bullet hell colorful game, so snag that one up. So, let's go ahead through some Switch stuff now. Oop. Stream Windows is ready. Look that real quick. So we'll go over some Switch stuff. So, funnily enough, I do have this Game Boy Advance back pedal, a panel thing. I don't actually need it. funny thing is, there was an order that I didn't see anything to get free shipping, because with Video Games Plus, if you order a certain amount, you get free shipping, which, you know, if there's stuff you're going to buy, you might as well get the free shipping and not have to worry about. And the good thing with Video Games Plus is almost all the time, especially if you trigger the free shipping. If you trigger the free shipping, you're supposed to be guaranteed to have the box, but almost all the time they will do boxes regardless, usually anyway. But and that's what I've been trying to get most, that or Play Asia for like my box things, and you're gonna see with this desk too exactly why I prefer trying to get that kind of stuff with them. But anyway, this cost as much as shipping did, and the order was going to have the shipping, so I looked to see what stuff was similar price, and this was the exact price of the shipping that I needed to actually make it free shipping. So I was like, well, I might as well get this, because if I don't, this is what I'm going to pay to have the shipping. So I got this to get free shipping, so either way I was going to be spending it. Just this way I got something out of it still. So I'm going to keep that in mind if I'm just a few dollars short, because I might be able to like give these to a game shop or something, get a little back out of them. So, but anyway, so some Switch stuff. So we got the Snow Bros Nick and Tom Special. This is a new release of a retro title that is very expensive, the Snow Brothers. I've never played it before, but I went and snagged a copy, of course. Now here's a title that really kind of took me off guard. This is another early Black Friday thing with GameStop. So GameStop did really good, in my opinion, for a lot of sales. They did a lot of $10 to $17 price things that were like all over the place. So Rainbow Billy, The Curse of the Leviathan. I have never heard of this. It was released by Skyland, who did a lot of the Walking Dead Telltale releases. But this I had never heard of, and I looked into it, and it's like a weird crossover of Paper Mario and Undertale, like with friendship and trying to like convert evil things into good and stuff, and like it's kind of interesting. I also like the whole color theme reminds me of this platformer I played a long time ago too on the PS4. So it's an interesting little game. I took a risk on the Switch version. Only the Switch version was $10. The PS4 version was $30. So I took a little risk on this one to hope it runs half decently, I hope. But I guess worst case scenario, I can always get the PS4 version down the road. But yeah, I took a risk on that. I figured the worst case scenario, I can probably sell it if it's a terrible build of that and get the PS4 version. And I am 8-bit release, the Monster Expandium Early Adventures, which is supposed to be a collection of 4 games that are all puzzle-oriented type games. Then this was something I got a long time ago. If you follow Video Games Plus, there was a random sale they had on the Ultimate Chicken Horse, the Nihei Anniversary Edition. So I did buy that with some other games that were on pre-order, so it took a while for it to get here. Then some Play Asia stuff that I got, the was it the Needy Girl Overdose? This is supposed to be like a weird visual novel as a VTuber kind of thing. So this is the only physical version as far as I understand. So it came with a big art book thing too that I always put away that, but yeah, that was kind of surprising because the box was really big. I was like, why is this fucking box so big? I wasn't expecting any like drums or anything. I already got those. Let's see. This was a VGNY soft title that I also got from Video Games Plus Shmups. Some other weather title, the Lina, The Path of Orchids. I think this was also a Black Friday sale, I believe. I believe. And you got Fire Emblem Warriors of Three Hopes, which also got Black Friday sale for, I think this was $33. So that was nice. Here's some more Video Games Plus stuff. So this one I've never heard of. It's from a company called Funstock. It's a European company. Zenith. But this is basically like a top-down kind of Diablo-ish kind of point of view. But looking at the trailer, it's a very humorous game. So I picked it up for lols because it was $9. Normally it was like 30 something, and looking at the, how should I say, the quality of the game, I was kind of like, this would normally be a hard pass, but for $9, I'll take a stab at it for humor and shit. Now, I can't remember if it was in the last pickup video or if it's in this one. I think it was in the last one. But I have already had Monster Hunter Stories 2. This I got for my nephew. He likes Monster Hunter, so my sister wanted me to keep an eye out on stuff. So snagged this for him, and we also got him Splatoon. But the Splatoon 3, because this was local, but Splatoon 3 and the previous Pokemon game, the one with Arceus or whatever, those we got mailed, so she got those directly. But we got those for them. I did snag the new Drum Festival game of that, the English version of that. I'm excited to actually try out my drums that I've had rotting around the house. Then we got some super whale games. Transrubin. I believe this was supposed to be a Metroidvania style game, which is always good. Will You Snail, which is so apparently you get like digitized, turned into a snail, and this like AI thing is like learning how you go through the stage trying to kill you. Kind of an odd idea. And then this is an odd title, because this was their first digital title they ever did. So they, after I think it's been like a year, they did a physical grapple dog. Looks like it's basically like cutesy Bionic Commando, so not awful or anything like that, but don't know if it's going to be a fantastic old game. That part we still gotta try out. So let's go through a little bit more PS4. So here's a title Red Arts did that I thought was interesting. Caddy and Batty, the Spirit Guide. So looking at the gameplay, which is in black and white, it basically looks like Choo Choo Rocket. Which, when I think about it, it's like, actually, I think it's kind of crazy. Nobody's really tried a Choo Choo Rocket indie game. So that one's kind of funny. Strictly limited release, Jim Powell, The Lost Dimension, which a few years ago, if I remember correctly, the company that owns the rights to this game did a whole bunch of repo carts. So this is a nice little addition here. Now, I got this on sale from Amazon, the Zanyuyanu 7, which is another long-going, I believe, a Korean series of games. So good luck trying to get into the older titles of this. But I heard this was a pretty interesting mixed bag. So I snagged it, I think, for $15, I think it was about. And of course, this was part of my Amazon buy two, get one free. I can't remember what the third title was, but I believe this was the one I got for free. So, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge, spiritual sequel to the arcade games. This is going to be exciting to get to. I definitely want to see... I've been trying to see if Pixie, Matt, and Dan want to do like Scott Pilgrim and stuff before. And need to actually ask about that again with Scott Pilgrim, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, arcade games and stuff. Like, lots of good co-op stuff, though, to do. Yeah. Then, now Strictly Limited, the Epic of Hammer Watchers Heroes Edition, which I believe is 2 games in this, I believe. You got Hammer Watcher and then Heroes of Hammer Watcher. Now, I think these are supposed to be kind of gauntletly rogue kind of games, so it's a very retro look to it. No Strictly Limited game, Bobble, Vacation Odyssey, which only has VR on PS4, though there is a PS5 version, it does not have VR, so. And it is compatible, it's not a necessity, so. Which is always a nice option to try and make sure you get good sales. Here was another Red Arts game, Batboania, I think it's supposed to be like a joke with... Barbarian. I believe this was a Metroidvania-esque game. So, and I love a good Metroidvania. It's been nice seeing a lot of Metroidvania games. I believe this was a video games art title. A video games plus. I think I got this via Video Games Plus. Looking at... I can't remember who will be witness to the eternal battle of light and darkness. Can't remember what type of game it was. Can't remember. I forgot. Let's see. Here's another one that that I missed actually from Wet Art's game. So Yesterday, Tomorrow. So, this is a weird game where apparently it's like a platform or Metroidvania thing, and you like time travel between the past and present of the main character, where the past is still nice and good, and the future is bleak and shit. So, interesting concept. So, another GameStop game. This was $10. I think it actually got down to $7.99 recently. So again, a small loss, but not a huge loss. I believe this is supposed to be like a space shooter type thing. So, and let's see, another Play Asia game. I did pick up one of the SD Gundam G Generation Crossways Platinum Edition, which is supposed to include all the DLC on disc, as far as I understand. Lots of anime mech tactic goodness. And this was, I'm pretty sure this was cheaper than the 39. I think it was $19.99, I think. I can't remember. But the Story Seasons Oval Town, which I hadn't gotten yet, so I snagged a copy of that. And then moving on. Moving on. Yoink. Oh, being Discord messages. Zoe, because you probably can hear those. Yep. Moving on, nope. So we got A Short Hike, which was another Super Whale Games, which I actually live streamed yesterday. Charming little open world little game on a mountain, climbing to the peak. I actually recommend it. It was a fun little title. Look forward to getting a review of that. Yes. So my copy was in this. I couldn't remember, which this took forever to get here because I ordered it ages ago. Some more Super Whale Games. Dicey Dungeons, which I know Aaron's actually played this, and I've had it on my GOG wish list for a good while, so I was actually happy to see that get physical. Then this was Nico Ballistia Final Pull. I'm not sure what kind of game this one is. And here we are, the Triangle Strategy game. So I was expecting this to get a discount during Black Friday, but it did not. So I did get a copy a little cheaper, but not much. I think it was only like $4 off, so I was like, fuck it, then I'll just buy it then. If it's not getting a discount now, it's probably not getting a discount later at this point. Now this, I can't remember the English title, but this is a really bizarre, like, it's an JRPG themed game with all kinds of fucking game modes in it. Like, I hope this will be very fun, but it looked very interesting to me. I can't remember the English title of it, though. I really wish you would include that, but yeah, it's supposed to have all kinds of bizarre gameplay in it. A 2-pack Super Whale Games thing that I wasn't too happy about getting only 2, because their shipping is expensive, but a weird rogue game about tourism, that one was bizarre. And then there was this Fast RMX racing game, which I wasn't too excited to really get myself. Some Digital Devolve Special Resolve games, Loop Hero. I've heard a lot of good things about this game, so that's very nice to get that. Death's Door on the Switch, which also looks very good. I was hoping this would get a PS4 version, but it did not. So I hope it runs good on Switch, I hope. Because if not, I'm going to be very mad. And then this one was a long pre-order wait from VGM Soft. Yippee Psycho Executive Edition, which is some weird pixelated mortal mystery shit. It's really weird. Very weird, very weird. Okay, so the last PS4 thing we have here, it should be the last thing, yeah, because those are all PS5. Dusk Over 2. So I got this. This got discounted down to $29.99, but only at GameStop for a while. Then Amazon matched it after, I think, 2 days. So I was like, oh, yes, I get that. So this is why I like getting these kind of things from Video Game Plus and Play Asia. It's crushed in. Now, luckily, none of the inner contents are fucking damaged, which is nice. But it still sucks that the box sleeve is damaged. I don't really like that, but considering I did get on a discount, I kind of feel like I'm just basically stuck with it. I could make a deal with it, but that's kind of what I'm just gonna stick with it. I don't want to waste tons of time trying to get a new slipcover, so it's not the end of the world. Obviously, if I was a sealed collector, though, it probably would be. So, a stack of others that aren't of the following. So, the only Xbox One thing that I got with my $5 coupon thingy-mabob I get every month, I got the Halo 5 Guardians, which just had, generic case and that, so. But, yeah, I was like, sure, I don't have it. It's within the freebie range, so. Again, the continuation of getting Xbox One games for $5 and under. Transformers Devastation, which was a platinum-made game on PS3 that I kept eluding me. I got for $10, which is basically what it seems to go for use, so I figured to go ahead. Another GameStop thing on sale, Lake. I heard this is a little bit buggy, but $10, I was like, sure, why not? And this, I believe, was also $10 again from GameStop. I think this was kind of like a hack and slash type game of that, but yeah, it's like $10. Kind of hard to argue with $10. So more Play Asia stuff. I finally got my own copy of Way of the Samurai 4, which for many who are unaware, only got a physical release in at least with English in Europe. So I've been meaning to get this for quite a while. I'm kind of surprised it never sold out yet. So, but another GameStop sale in the sound, $10. Sadly, this did not get a PS4 version and is damaged. But again, it's deeply discounted, so I can't complain too much. That's at times the draw when you do that. Let's see. I believe this was a Amazon item that was on sale for like $7 or something. It's like an RTS game. So, console RTS is always a mixed bag, but hey, super cheap. Figured give it a try. And this. Now this and one other game will probably be some of the first games I probably play on the PS5 unless there's an actual title that encourages me to buy the fucking thing at any point versus finally getting a deal on it. This is basically like a Plague Master Souls game. Now, I heard the physical build has a few rough parts, but it is finishable. But it is a bit of a shame to hear that. But I heard it's a pretty interesting game otherwise. I think it was something about the endings being a little not completely finished in the physical build. Some weird thing. Odd. But that's pretty much all the pickups. We got through all of them pretty quick. That's probably one of the fastest speed ones of all the pickups I've had ever, probably. Usually it's a good hour of that. So, but we'll go ahead and get Asia back up here. Yeah. I really like how the plush turned out. Very nice, that. So, really glad I went with the Komodo. I think it looks very nice. Ooh. But, this is a bit bigger than I thought it'd be. A few games for support. Support with games. Head's big, though. I mean, that's usually how plushies are. But, that's all the newest pickups. Like I said, there's still a few Black Friday things kind of floating about, but that is a majority of pretty much everything. Not too bad. Wish the tail gave a little bit more support. But yeah, I like how the plushie turned out. It's really nice to have your own character cavorted into this. It's a shame I can't make it like something sellable, though. Most sites that do that, you have to pay money up front, and if you don't meet us on sales, you have to make up for the lost sales of that. It's really shitty. It's really shitty. I would love to actually do plushies of my Kalos of that. But I think this turned out very nice, even though it was a bit expensive, but that very nice to have. But anyway, that is all of our pickups, so I will I will bid you adieu for the day, and I will see you all another time. Oh fuck, you know, I just realized. I left fucking. Oh fuck. I left the damn menu thing for the fucking VC menu fucking up the whole time. Oh shit. Wow. I can't believe I did that. Fuck. Oh.